Wastewater collection and treatment is central to safeguarding our environment, protecting water bodies for recreational activities like fishing and swimming, and ensuring safe and clean water supplies for drinking and maintaining our health. Without proper wastewater treatment, the environment degrades rapidly, leading to contamination by harmful bacteria and chemicals that render the water unusable. Hi, I'm Anthony Robinson, Supervisor of Collections. We're going to take you on a tour of the Hagerstown Wastewater Treatment Plant to show you the process used to clean the wastewater and return it back to the water supply. The City of Hagerstown is a regional provider of wastewater services in our area. It also combines efforts with Washington County for some areas around Hagerstown called the Joint Services Area. This collection system is divided into 34 sewer districts plus additional tributaries of the JSA districts. The wastewater collection system, spanning over 156 miles of sewer pipe, is essential for transporting polluted water to the treatment plant for purification. Gravity conveys wastewater through the collection system to the treatment plant. In cases where elevation differences impede water flow, pump stations are installed to push the wastewater uphill. These pump stations are strategically placed to aid in overcoming elevation challenges within the collection system. Wastewater collection begins at the household level. Everyday activities such as bathing, dishwashing, and laundry generates wastewater that contains various contaminants like food scraps, soaps, dirts, and chemicals. This wastewater is channeled through the home's individual sewer lines into the city-maintained collection system just outside the home. Large sewer pipes consolidate the flow of all residences in a neighborhood. This consolidation grows larger when local and industrial businesses enter the system. Another responsibility of the Collections Division is the maintenance of the system. We use a variety of equipment designed to convey, monitor, clean, and maintain the system so that it effectively transports wastewater from the customers to the treatment facility. This can be divided into 4 categories. Inspection and monitoring equipment. This helps identify issues when they occur and monitors performance so we can locate problems before they become an issue. CCTV inspections use a robotic camera to crawl through pipes to inspect the interior for damage that may cause leaks. Flow meters measure the rate of wastewater flow, which identifies inflow and infiltration or where a main break may be. Cleaning and maintenance equipment. This is used to clean lines and remove blockages or debris. Jet vac trucks use high-pressure water jets combined with vacuum to flush pipes clean. Hydrojetters use high-pressure water to clear obstructions. And sometimes roots grow through pipes, and root cutters are what we use to solve this kind of problem. Another set of equipment we use is designed for the repair and rehabilitation of existing infrastructure. Bypass pumping systems divert the flow of water around the maintenance area so the repair team can repair the pipe without being hindered by the flowing water. We also use lining equipment to insert a resin liner that hardens inside the old pipe. And manhole rehabilitation uses spray-on or trowel coating for structural restoration. Finally, we have electrical and control system equipment that is crucial for automation, monitoring, and control of equipment in the field. SCADA systems are a supervisory system for remote monitoring and data logging. This helps us determine where the system is failing or about to fail. PLC panels control local operations such as pumps and alarms. And we have alarm systems that alert us to high-level issues, power failures, and system fault indicators. All these tools and systems work together to provide for the safe, efficient, and reliable operation of a wastewater collection system. Located along Antietam Creek in the southern part of the city is Hagerstown's Wastewater Treatment Plant. This is where the process to cleaning water begins. Here's Chuck Mills to explain.
Hi, I'm Chuck Mills, Superintendent of the Hagerstown Wastewater Treatment Plant. The plant provides multiple stages to process and purify both domestic and industrial wastewater. Operating at 8 million gallons a day capacity, the plant meets specific nitrogen and phosphorus reduction targets aligned with Maryland's enhanced nutrient removal strategy. This ensures the quality of water that is returned to the Antietam Creek. The clarification process of wastewater begins at the headworks. Large mechanical bar screens use an automatic raking motion to eliminate large items like rags, trash, plastics, and other debris from the incoming flow of wastewater. What remains passes through a grit removal system that utilizes vortex motion and an airlift mechanism to separate and remove heavy inorganic particles such as sand, gravel, and grit from the wastewater stream. This stream flows into the primary clarifiers. These serve as settling basins where suspended solids settle to the bottom of the tank. The settled solids are extracted from the system as primary sludge. The clear water at the top of the basin is referred to as primary effluent. which moves on to the next secondary stage of the wastewater treatment process called biological nutrient removal, or B&R for short. At these basins, primary effluents combine with the activated sludge, a dense population of bacteria and microorganisms essential for oxidizing organic pollutants and removing excess nutrients from wastewater. During this phase of treatment, there are multiple zones with very specific dissolved oxygen requirements which create the environment required to encourage these biological processes. During this phase, ammonia is converted to nitrate and phosphorus is reduced to acceptable levels. At the Hagerstown Wastewater Treatment Plant, we even have our own oxygen production plant, which produces pure oxygen to facilitate this part of the process. As the bacteria and microorganisms consume the organic matter, they form clusters called floc, which aids in the settling in the next step of the process, the final clarifiers. This area serves as settling basins where flocs can settle down to the bottom, facilitating the separation of solids from liquids. The majority of settled solids are recycled back to the B&R tank to start the biological process. However, a fraction of these settled solids must be removed or wasted to maintain a balanced and healthy population of activated sludge. The clear top portion of water moves on to the next step of the process. In 2010, an E&R enhanced nutrient removal upgrade occurred that allowed us to achieve nutrient levels of 4.0 milligrams per liter of nitrogen and 0.3 milligrams per liter of phosphorus. These limits are achieved via the use of denitrification filters, a process which aids methanol to the clarified wastewater, which is a food source for the bacteria that grow on the sand filters. This allows the bacteria to convert nitrate to nitrogen gas and complete the denitrification cycle. These filters also aid reducing the suspended solids to clarify the wastewater further. The next step is UV disinfection stage, where the filtered wastewater passes through a series of UV bulbs where it is exposed to ultraviolet light. This effectively disinfects the water by inactivating and destroying harmful microorganisms and bacteria. Following UV disinfection, oxygen is injected into the disinfected water to increase the dissolved oxygen levels, helping promote better oxygen saturation to further improve water quality. Finally, treated wastewater is released into the creek through the plant outfall, marking the final step in the treatment process where the high-quality treated water is safely discharged into the Antietam Creek. We just saw how wastewater is cleaned and purified so we can return water safely to our waterways so we can keep benefiting from clean water. However, there is another part that needs to be mentioned. What do we do with all the solids that are left over? In short, we produce fertilizers. The first step is to remove the settled solids from the primary clarifiers and final clarifiers. This sludge is then thickened and sent to the pelletizing plant where it undergoes a series of processes. The sludge is dewatered, heated, and shaped into dry pellets. These pellets must adhere to specific criteria: temperature, pathogen reduction, metal limitations, and dryness content. Once they meet these standards, the pellets can be utilized as fertilizer on agricultural fields. As you can see, the Hagerstown Wastewater Division uses extensive processes from wastewater collection to treatment and discharge. It plays a vital role in decreasing pollution and maintaining water quality in the community. The plant's dedication to innovation and environmental stewardship underscores its crucial contribution to preserving water resources and promoting regional sustainability. Thank you for touring with us and taking the time to see how we do things. Please come visit us again. The Hagerstown Wastewater Treatment Plant is always open to schools and tours. Water is one of our greatest resources and should be understood and protected.